Thank you LEGO for sending this set for review. Following up on the footsteps of last year's micro-scaled Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle, one of my all-time favorite LEGO Harry Potter sets ever, how does a similar concept done this time around for Diagon Alley work? Let's find out. The LEGO Harry Potter Diagon Alley Wizarding Shop set is an awesome collection of your favorite places for all the bits and bobs for wizardry, condensing to micro-scale 16 different shops in a skyline fashion, kinda reminding me of the old architecture sets from a few years ago. It even features the printed tile architecture sets always have, so there you have it. Upon opening the box, I found 5 different instruction booklets I was not expecting at all, which in turn means the set was built in 5 different sections that can all be built independently, so you can choose which one to go for first, not having to restrict yourself with the numbered suggestion, or if you feel like sharing, build this together with up to 4 extra people, which I like a lot. And before moving on to the shops themselves, the set also carries micro figures, which is great, but also not great, as it feels like a missed opportunity to feature an exclusive minifigure of some kind, like it was done with the Micro Hogwarts Castle set. 12 microfigures are included here, or 24 if you count the extras, and it is incredibly impressive to see their level of detail under the macro lens. Not an easy task with the naked eye though. There's the trio of kids, Harry, Ron and Hermione, the Weasley twins, Fred and George, Ginny, Lavender, Lucius and Narcissa Malfoy, Ollivander, Borgin and Madden Malkin. Placing them down on the streets of Diagon Alley does bring the model to life a bit, but I still feel I would have enjoyed the minifigure better instead. The main build is quite impressive when put together and fairly long, but you could choose to condense it a bit, as there's connection points in the Gringotts Bank module, allowing you to switch this skyline arrangement into a thicker but shorter one. And while this option does allow you to appreciate the model in a different way, looking at the street from above with stores both ways, very much like we get to see in the movies, display-wise doesn't feel like the best way to keep the set, because the backs of the buildings are open with interior details in every single one of them. Maybe that's just me, but I would never have it on display like this. Depending on your level of fandom, recognizing all of the shops may be a bit too difficult. I for one couldn't, but the building instructions do help you out there, naming every single shop in this 2-pager section. The Gringotts Bank, Leaky Cauldron, Madame Malkin's shop, Ollivander's, Borgin and Burke's, and Weasley's Wizard Whizzes were the only ones I could name from memory. But if you look closely, you'll often find some micro-scale details that will let you know which stores you're looking at. For the superfans of Harry Potter, looking at the interiors of the shops will be a cool Easter egg and reference hunt that will keep people entertained while building the set or afterwards admiring it. There's just too much to cover here, so I'll just mention some of my favorite interiors due to how good and consistent they look, like the Weasley's Wizard Whizzes with its multi-floor configuration and the purple and orange stairs leading up, the stacks of 1 boxes on Ollivander's, or the fairly open-spaced Gringotts Bank. The night buzz outside was also a nice thing to have, but overall I have some issues with this whole thing. All of the interiors feel like they're trying to include way too many things, and all of the small details and pieces in different colors make for very confusing spaces that don't work all that well at this scale, in my opinion. And I feel the same with the skyline of buildings. There's just too many colors and details for it to feel a cohesive thing. Toning down the level of detail or types of different elements included could have helped it a bit looks-wise. And when comparing it to the Hogwarts Castle set, for instance, this much becomes clear, at least to me. Yes, the scale is still micro, but the fact that the thing this tries to portray is consistent in the colors and types of different pieces used makes it a lot less messy to look at and significantly more pleasing. But perhaps this is my own biased opinion due to how the castle means a lot more to me personally than Diagon Alley does. Building it wasn't particularly exciting either, unless you really fancy all the micro-scale detailing. The pieces used were generally all very small, and even though you're building a lot of stuff, it doesn't quite feel like you're making progress going through the bags of pieces. Price-wise, this 2,700 piece LEGO set retails for $200, which when all things are considered, including all the micro figures and printed elements scattered here and there, there, kinda feel like you're getting your money's worth out of it. But I can't help but draw comparisons with the castle once again, that at a very similar piece count retails for $30 cheaper, so yeah. For fans who got the Hogwarts Castle already and are looking into their next Harry Potter themed product that displays nicely and is stacked with references of the franchise, recreating a very iconic location of the theme in LEGO form, Diagon Alley is definitely for them. But if on the other hand you don't have any of these two, are considering to get one of them but still not too sure which, my recommendation would always be the castle. Not saying Diagon Alley is bad, but given how similar of a concept and theme both of these are, the Hogwarts Castle wins in building experience, references, display value, exclusivity, and value for money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.